32-year-old dad and his two daughters, aged 8 and 12, die after he brought them to work. What began as a regular day at work for a Nebraska father ended in unthinkable tragedy. Now, a community is grieving the loss of a man and his two young daughters after a devastating incident at a local plant. On July 29, 2025, a Columbus, Nebraska man and his two young daughters tragically lost their lives after he brought them along to work. The father and his children died following a devastating explosion at a biofuels plant in Nebraska. Family identified the victims as 32-year-old Dylan D. Danielson, 12-year-old Haven, and 8-year-old Faya. On the day of the explosion and into the next, their loved ones held on to hope that the trio would survive. However, those hopes were dashed roughly 24 hours after the incident at Horizon Biofuels, when Dylan's body was recovered from the scene. His daughters' bodies were found later that night. That same afternoon, according to the sheriff, the Dodge County Board of Supervisors declared a disaster and formally requested aid from the state. State officials revealed that the massive explosion, which is visible through surveillance footage, was ignited by a dust fire. On July 31st, the Nebraska Fire Marshal completed its initial investigation. Meanwhile, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, launched its ongoing investigation, which by law must be completed within 6 months. Earlier this year, the Nebraska Department of Environment and Energy investigated the plant following an air quality complaint. At the time, officials found wood dust extending beyond the facility's property line. OSHA reports also revealed the plant failed to prevent wood dust from accumulating on and around a milling machine. Back in 2012, Horizon Biofuels was issued penalty fines for 4 serious violations, including poor communication and training on workplace hazards and inadequate machine maintenance. The plant had also experienced problems in 2014, when a fire damaged its electrical system, though the building remained intact. In contrast, this recent explosion destroyed the elevator tower. Since the tragedy, heartfelt tributes have poured in from family members and the wider community. 2 days after the explosion, Dylan's aunt, Kathy Harrell, spoke about the loss, the moments leading up to the discovery of the bodies, and her cherished memories of her nephew and his daughters. "They were good kids. He was such a good daddy. He really was," Kathy recalled. She also revealed where her nephew was discovered after the blast, saying they found him near the front door. Dylan had been the only employee working inside the plant during his scheduled custodial shift. His daughters had been waiting in the break room when the explosion occurred. Haven was spending time with her younger half-sister and their father when the incident